Hello everyone, this is Jim Okersinski with your week 7 screencast video. So as I say here, we're almost at the midpoint of the semester. So we're going to start focusing on the drafting process for Essay 2, and just like in the first unit, it's time to review two example essays in the appendix in the textbook, right? So be sure you're reviewing the correct examples. The summary examples are titled The Truth of the Trades, that begins on page 60, and Intelligence versus Cultural Bias on page 64. And let me get through the schedule here. We'll jump over to discussion board number 9. Review that a bit to get ready for your initial post that is due Tuesday. Responses are not really due until Sunday end of day. There's only one discussion board this week. Hopefully we can get everybody thinking about how they're going to write this summary essay. All right. The lecture video this week, I'll talk about the structure and the do's and the don'ts. You can take a look at the textbook. As a matter of fact, let's get to the textbook. Here is Intelligence versus Cultural Bias on page 64, and then we have Truth of the Trades beginning on page 60, right? So let me jump to the summary unit. You're going to want to be sure and read the how and why of writing a summary. Look at some of the steps here that I have about reading, considering the structure of the argument. Okay, make sure everybody understands there is no quoting in summary. If you're relying on quotes to fill out your essay, it probably would not do well. I probably mentioned this in another video, but nonetheless, read this through. What we will do in the lecture video this week is talk about the instructional outline. In fact, I urge everybody to read the instructional outline, the organizational outline here. Here is the link to the appendix. It should take you right to the appendix here. You've got to bookmark that. You got to scroll through to page 60 and you can find the summary examples. Here you go. Truth of the trades. All right. So let me get back over to Canvas here. Let me get into discussions. Look at discussion number 9. Once again, it's the same rhetorical analysis of kind of like what we performed in the for the literacy narrative example. So pick one and perform a mini rhetorical analysis, and I want you to focus on how did the writer open the essay? Was it effective? I want you to tell me how and why. I don't want to tell me all about it. Kind of know what they are. I want you to tell me how did how did the writer choose to open that essay, and why you think it was effective. That's really what it is there. Did the writer focus on the main characters who support Rose's argument on intelligence? So, was there good coverage? Were the details that we talked about for discussion board 8, Uncle Joe, his mom Rosie, all right? Was there good coverage on how they use those cognitive processes to perform the routine work in their blue collar fields, right? So was the writer able to provide significant coverage in writing the summary? Was everything covered? Was there extensive coverage on Uncle Joe? Uncle Joe takes up a lot of room, so you should too. Talk about Rosie. Did they get some coverage on the other blue collar jobs like the carpenter and the plumber and the hairstylist? The fact that the writer even integrates some of Rose's background in the particular summary essay, right? How did the writer close the essay? And was it effective? And I want you to tell me how and why. So here are your prompts. I'm looking for, once again, 250 to 300 words for the initial post, and then respond to two of your classmates. So it's a very straightforward activity. Much like the peer review, the drafting and the peer review process will be the same process as we had for essay number 1. Anticipate the draft for next week. Please consult the schedule and make sure you get a head start so you have a qualifiable draft. You're able to pull together the report and write your peer reviews and don't walk by those points. All right. So that's what we have for week 7. If you have any questions or issues, send me an email. Like I mentioned last week, I do have a video produced talking about essay number 1 and what to look for if you're thinking about revising that particular essay when we get to the end of the semester. I'll probably push that out in another announcement. Yeah, later in the week. All right. So that's what we have for week 7. Good luck. Stay safe.